Am I behind in life?
22 is still young, and I don't know how people afford a house in this age. Especially during this time. I'll turn 21 next month. I just started college and I've never been in a relationship. Life is not a competition, and you should not compare your life with other people's lives. Are those life measuring sticks actually important to you? Or something society makes you feel bad for since you have not acquired it yet? I encourage you to search for what makes you happy and what brings you the most fulfillment. Those other pieces will fall into place with the people you meet on the journey. Take care. Was 22, close to 23, when I had my first boyfriend. Learned to drive around at 21. Still have plenty of things to do for the first time now that I'm 24. I understand how it is to feel like everyone has already done everything. But believe me, you got all the time in the world. 22 is so young.
Everyone's life goes at their own pace. Your time will come, just be patient.
I am 24. Single. Don't have a degree. Starting soon though. No house or friends really. But I'm still the happiest guy you'll ever meet. Trust me, it's all about the moment you are in right now. It's all feelings and you're not a failure. Don't forget that. Even remind yourself of it.
Are your only metrics of success in life the ability to drive or having a relationship?
Samuel L. Jackson didn't begin acting until he was in his 40s.
No, you're not. You are still very young. Just lonely. That's why you see only happy copules. I bet there's still a lot of single 22 years olds. I didn't have my driving license until I was 25. So don't worry about it. It's small thing. Not at all. There's no such thing as being behind. Life isn't a competition. It's totally up to you how you want to live your life and what you want to do with it. Of course, there's a balance. Some things you will be behind on. For example, it's probably a bit late to pursue a career in Olympic gymnastics. As for when it will be your turn, it will be your turn, I guess, when you decide to try and change your circumstances. If you don't want to be single, put yourself out there. If you want to drive, start working towards getting your license. It's actually quite early to be getting married or buying a house at that age. Maybe the driving thing, though. Yes. Driving is need-based. I know people who learn to drive in their 40s because they never had to prior. Long-term relationships vary by individual and can be worse for you if you force it. Especially if a baby's involved. And buying a house is very overrated. Property taxes, maintenance, realtor fees, insurance, etc. can make owning a home very expensive, and you might lose out when you finally sell. Number 21-year-olds are buying houses, they're buying double wides. Or they have rich parents. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. I try to live by that. My wife didn't get her license until she was 25. So everyone has their own pace. A lot of times it's just a matter of how much a person needs to drive versus the fear of driving. You're only 22, and I guarantee your friends in long-term relationships at this age, at least half will be divorced in their 30s or 40s. Life isn't a series of measuring sticks. Don't judge yourself too harshly. Life isn't about checking a few boxes off. If you have to ask when it will be your turn, it won't ever happen because you need to make it your turn. I don't drive, but I live in a small town. I can drive though. I know how, and at one time had a license. Why don't you drive? It can provide a lot of adventures. Definitely not a failure, but you have a benchmark what your peers are doing. Getting into a relationship is a very personal choice. Cannot be considered a benchmark. Maybe Socioeconomic hierarchy can be considered one. Work on yourself and be a better version every day. If you always compare yourself to others, you are doomed to continuously feel you are a failure. There will always be people who look better off than you for one reason or another, but in actuality may be stressed and miserable because they felt forced to follow some prescribed life. Do your own thing at the pace you want to do it. If you are unhappy with your current path, then change it, but change it to what you want, not to copy someone else's life.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.